y'all, welcome back to Mattie's Kitchen, and today I'll be making y'all some chili mac. I'm gonna try to make it a little gourmet for you. And here's the ingredients I'll be using. Of course, I'll be using some elbow. These are gluten-free noodles. And when you're cooking with the meat you should use, always try to get 93%. Don't get the 98 because it'll be it's not good for making like chili and spaghetti and stuff. That's good for like making a steak, just cooking you a hamburger. And I also have, these are green peppers chopped. And these are, when I'm making mine, I use a white onion. I think that's a little better. And these is Poblano pepper. I hope I'm saying this right. This is a mild chili pepper. And here's some fresh garlic. Okay, this is a little brown sugar. This could be optional. And here is some pepper. And this is salt. And these are whole tomatoes. And here's some sauce, spaghetti sauce. And here's my basil. I chopped them up. These are basil. And here's my oregano. And here's my thyme. And these are the ingredients I'll be using for my for the sauce for the chili. Okay, you all, what I'll be using, I'm gonna start with the ground beef. Okay, like I told you all, you just get about 93%. You know, you don't need all of that. If you got 80, use it, cause you know, don't matter. I'll take and mash that up. And when I'm gonna cut the stove on, kind of, you know, cut it on back there. I'm gonna put all my vegetables in. No matter, I start with the peppers, cause you know what? When you're all cooking chili mac, peppers is the most important things. These are the bell pepper, the green pepper, whatever you call them. You know, I used to enjoy. I enjoy that. What's make the chili mac, the peppers. And I got two type of peppers. So that's the bell pepper, and these are Poblano peppers. This is a mild chili pepper. It's not hot. I'm gonna put my onions. I did both peppers. Put some onions in here. And see, I'm going to save in some of these onions and stuff, you know, and the peppers and stuff. When I get ready to put the sauce, you let it sear in here. You let these vegetables sear in here. And you notice that all my vegetables are fresh. I don't like making spaghetti. You should try to get fresh. This is, you know, all these over here, thyme, basil. This is oregano right here. I know the leaves are oregano. Put these in here. And this is basil. This basil right here. Put some of this in here. And I'm gonna put some salt in here. This pepper right here. I'm gonna put some pepper in here. Season it. And see, you don't need all of that other stuff because these fresh, you see, I noticed I use nothing but mostly fresh vegetables to season. So, I'm gonna cook and I got all my vegetables in there. I'm gonna start cooking this right here, letting it cook so I can get all the grease off. And I'm gonna use the vegetables again. Did y'all see my banana pudding, honey? That was a good banana pudding. I hope y'all enjoyed it and stuff. And I fixed it good. It was good. It's kind of sweet, you know. It was kind of sweet. I don't really shouldn't be eating a lot of sweet, but I really enjoyed the banana pudding. If y'all follow my instruction, you can do it. You can fix it. This red meal right here is for a family. You know, they got kids. Got about 3 or 4 kids, 2 kids. They can fix this and sit down with the husband. Have your salad and use some bread that you desire, French. You know, you can have plain toast and put, you don't have no French toast. You can use plain white bread, spread a little butter on it, sprinkle some garlic. You don't have to be all of that. And get you a good salad. I'm gonna let this cook to cut the stove up. Let it cook. Put a little bit more pepper in here. I guess I love this meal. I used to eat it. You can put it in the freezer when you get through cooking. You know, it don't matter if you got some left over. I'm fixing enough for, and like I forgot, this was 2.5 pounds of ground beef. I forgot to say that. And I'm using a big can of tomatoes, one of the large can of tomatoes, and sauce too. And you can judge the vegetable by looking at this. I'm gonna get back with you when this fry a little bit. Brown, not good. And you see the peppers and stuff, and it's smelling really good, y'all. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna taste a little bit of this and see what I need to put in. I know I might have put a little bit more onions in it. Let's see. It tastes so, the seasoning is really good. The onions, you can taste the onions and the peppers and the oregano, thyme, and basil. And I didn't mention garlic. I did put garlic in there. I forgot the garlic. So I'm putting a little more garlic in there. And chili powder. Now that's the main ingredient that I forgot. I would season my meat with just a little bit with chili powder. Just a little chili powder, because this is one of the main ingredients to chili mac. Put a little salt in there. I think I need a little salt, just a little bit. Now watch me now. Have you all taken your shots yet? Your COVID vaccination? I took mine, honey. And I'm so happy that I did. At first, I was a little scared, which I know everybody be scared, but honey, go and take it. It's for your health. And it's the health of other people, too. I took both of mine, so but you still got to wear your mask when you get through taking it. You know, you have to wear your mask until everybody get vaccinated. And I encourage people to go get vaccinated. The best thing to do. Okay, now this is getting ready to, once all your meat turn, you know, it's not red no more, it turns brown, you can strain all the juice out of it. Okay, I drain my meats and I'm putting it in a pot that I'll be cooking the noodle, the spaghetti in. Not spaghetti, I'm sorry y'all, my sauce in, not spaghetti, don't judge me, honey. Sometimes I be talking so fast I get ahead of myself. Okay then, so I got the meat in there, it's seasoned good, and I taste it. You can see the peppers and stuff, and I'm going to put a little bit more. Once I'm going to put the tomatoes in there. You can mash them up if you want to, it don't matter. I should have, but I'm going to break them up in here. And this was a can of tomatoes. And you want tomatoes in there, fresh tomatoes. You beat them up a little bit. I'll beat them up as they cook, it don't matter. Sometimes I do it before I do this, which I probably should have, but like I said, if you don't worry about it. And I'm going to put a can of sauce. Let me tell you what size this is when I get to pouring this in here. Can of sauce and a can of tomatoes. If it gets too thick, you know, you always can add a little water. So this is 1 pound, 13 ounces, 822 grams. And this is a can of tomatoes. This is 1 pound, 12 ounce, 794 grams. So this is the kind of, you know, the large, not the small can, but the next size can. So, put this in here. You know I strained all the grease off the meat. And what I do to give it that extra season, I'm going to let this cook once I get through seasoning. Because I haven't seasoned this yet. I'm going to let it cook for about an hour. Now this is, I'm putting all my ingredients. This is thyme. Some thyme, and this is basil right here, and these are oregano leaves. I hope I got them right, but anyway, I know they basil, thyme, and oregano. And I'm gonna put a little bit more pepper in here. So I always let this cook with the meat. I already let it season with the meat, and now I'm gonna let it season with the sauce. The same thing. Put a little pepper. Like I said, the pepper is what make it. And you're gonna let this cook for about. You're going to let this cook for about a good hour. And the chili. You know chili, like I said, chili is the main ingredient because it's called chili mac. Put some chili in there. About a fourth of a cup of chili until you taste it. And I put some salt in here. And then I'm going to let this cook for about an hour and a half. And you'll see it as I go. Okay, now I'm going to stir this up. You probably got to add a little more water, but let it cook first before you add your water. And I'm going to let this cook for a while, then I'm going to add a little brown sugar, you know, what I need to taste. Because in chili mac, don't want it to be too sweet. You just want it to cook. See how good they're looking already? I'm going to let this cook for about an hour and a half or so until it tastes like I want it to taste. And it's simple. This is a very simple meal that you can cook. And make sure you try to use, if you can't, you can get the canned like basil, thyme, and oregano. But if you can use it fresh, it does so much for you. And this pepper, like I said, this pepper right here is really seasoned good. It's a good pepper. Poblano, no, Poblano. I guess y'all don't say what I say. Just go in there and look at it and find it. I'm gonna see you all in about an hour. Okay, y'all, here it is. See how it's cooking? It's been cooking about a good 45 minutes. And so look, you see the peppers in here? Like I said, this we're gonna taste it, season it. See these peppers in there, all that different thyme, basil, and oregano, and the peppers, green peppers, and the pepper and the garlic. And see how it looks? It look really good. Now I'm gonna taste this and see how it looks. How it tastes, I'm sorry. I know how it looks good. I'm gonna let that cool off. I'm gonna taste it. Let it go a little. You know what? All the different fresh vegetables I put in it taste so good. All I need to put in here is some chili so it can taste like chili. You saw me I seasoned some with my meat. And it's up to you. How about a good fourth a cup of it? Because you want it to taste like chili. And I might need to put a little, just by my tasting it, I probably need to put a little bit more salt in it. But here's my sugar. This is some brown sugar. I use this. I prefer, most time I use white sugar, but for this I'm going to use a little brown, just a little bit now. You see, I'm just putting a little bit in there. That's all you need. Just maybe 3 pinches of your finger, 3 pinches. Like I said, see how good that look? That looks so good. You break your tomatoes up. Like I said, I'm going to add a little bit more chili. Just a little bit, then I'm going to taste it. I just got some regular chili powder. Because I know I want cooking. And when you're cooking it, make sure you have enough sauce to cover your noodles. Because I'm getting ready to cook my noodles now after this. See how good that look, y'all? That looks really good. Okay. Now I'm going to let this cook for another. It's been cooking for about 45 minutes. I'm going to let it cook for another good 30 minutes, maybe an hour. Okay, I'm getting ready to add all the stuff I need, the salt in here for the noodles. But see how my noodles, my spaghetti look, the sauce look for the chili mac? That looks good. Put a little salt in here because the reason I'm putting salt in here so that they won't be so bland. They have a little salt taste in them. And put a little oil in here so that they'll separate. And the water's boiling. I'm ready to put my noodles in here. Put it in there. I'm probably going to take this whole pan. These are elbow noodles, like I say. That go good with chili mac. I don't know no other noodles that would go good with it. We'll let these cook. We'll let this cook for about 10 minutes, 10 or 15 minutes, how long it ever takes. And I'll get right back with you all. Okay, y'all. The sauce is good to go. I'm going to add, I just tasted, I'm going to add just a little bit more chili. Because like I said, it's called chili mac, and you want to taste the chili versus the other taste too. We'll take this off. Put just a little bit more in here. Not too much, just a little bit. Okay. Okay. I'm going to put the noodles in here. These are some pretty noodles. Look how yellow they are. I never saw them that yellow. Put them in here. This should be about enough for this noodle. I use a whole box, a regular box. Let's see. Stir these up a little bit. See in there? And this is just going to go in the oven. So good. Have your little salad. Use some bread. Any type of bread you want. Add a little bit more noodles. See, it came out perfect. A box, and I had 2.5 pounds of sauce. And that's good to go. So it came out perfect. I'm going to put this in this little pan right here and put some cheddar cheese on top of it. You can use any kind you want to use. I'm using the mild cheddar. I'm going to put on top once I pour it in there. Natural cheese, mild cheddar, finely shredded. Okay, I'll set this aside. Now I'm getting ready to put this in this pan here. If you don't want it to stick, now your pan, do it there. Now, I can straighten this up a little bit. And this is ready to put cheese on top of it. It's all that meat on there. This is what you call chili mac. And it is so good. Put some cheese on it. Set it in the oven. I got the oven heated to broil. I'll put some of this cheese on top of it. And this is fit for a king. Get your little salad and make it like I say. You can use any kind of cheese if you want to. I just decided not to use sharp. I'll use mild or medium, but I wouldn't use sharp. I think that'll the taste, it'll be overwhelmed the taste. It won't be, you'll taste too much the cheese. You want to taste the noodles too and the sauce. Okay? I'm gonna set this in the oven. The oven is heated to broil high, and I'm gonna set this in there. Probably good to go. Set it at the top. All you want to do is the cheese to melt. And I put a lot of cheese on top. Set it back there and let it cook. Okay, y'all, here it is. The finishing touch of the chili mac. I put the cheese on it. And I'm going to let it cool a little while I make me some little, something that I like that you all might not like. My toast, what I used was some cinnamon raisin toast. I cut it in half. And I'm going to take some butter and spread on it. Spread a little butter on it. When you ain't got the French toast, you just start doing something else, and you probably enjoy it. And I'm gonna take this little cheese, put some of this cheese. This is Parmesan cheese. Put a little bit on there, just a little bit, and let it melt on there, and it'll be good to go. Put just a little bit on there. You just want to have some bread to eat with this. You could have got garlic toast. It doesn't matter. So I'm gonna put this in the oven on broil and let the cheese melt. Okay, y'all, here's the finishing touch. Here's my chili mac, my little salad, and I used some raisin toast. I dropped the tomato. I used some raisin toast with a little butter and some cheese, Parmesan cheese. And here it is right here. It's hot right there, but it's kind of warm when I took it out the plate. But it could come out as a square. You can make it like a square and it come out. And this is it. Enjoy it. Serve it to your kids. And if you want to see how I make my famous salad, go on my first video I made for this Mattie's Kitchen was a salad, the world's most healthiest salad. And I'm still saying that the healthiest the same way. But anyway, it did pretty good. And if you want to also look at my kids, I made some spaghetti on my meatballs and spaghetti on my kids' channel. View that and you'll see the same way. But like I said, this is a dinner where you got kids. You can feed them and serve them this right here. You don't have to use this bread. But I liked it. If you try that with a little butter on it and some cheese, that cinnamon toast is so good. So enjoy. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and share it with a friend. Thank you very much.